ओके पिला माने पहले सर अजय सर आरंभ करूची
yes start continue करंतु
अच्छा थैंक यू सर तो पिला माने आज हमें तुम मानक सहित मु होची निरुपमा राव असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर राधानाथ इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एडवांस स्टडीज इन एजुकेशन टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट our topic understanding knowledge and discipline so मो पीपीटी टा शो करची
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
okay thank you so आज हमें today we will discuss about understanding knowledge and disciplines so in this subject you have 6 units first part is about understanding knowledge and discipline in which unit 1 is about knowledge and discipline unit 2 is perspectives of disciplinary knowledge unit 3 is about to discipline and knowledge and school subject then the second part is about to subjects in school curriculum which have also 3 units. First unit is about subject concerns in school's curriculum and unit 5 is organizing subjects in school curriculum and making subject choices. So before going to have the discussion today and tomorrow there will be 2 classes on this topic. So today only we will discuss about the first part of this subject that is unit 1 and 2 3 so let's go for the discussion. So in this session, in today's class, we will discuss about the concept of knowledge and its division or types of knowledge, differentiate between what is knowledge and information, then the sources of knowledge, from where we get the knowledge, then the categorization of the knowledge, then the discipline and the concept of a discipline formation and characteristics of a discipline then the implications of all these things knowledge or discipline in the teaching learning process so before having about knowing the uh, discuss about the तो मु एठी गोटे चार्ट ता चार्ट कांगी अवेलेबल नाही ओके अच्छा पिला माने तुम मोबाइल यू जस्ट गो menti.com ना पिला माने
Yes, ma'am.
तुम मोबाइल रे एटा को क्लास को मिनिमाइज करिकी menti.com गूगल रे मारो
कौन माने आथरे सुभिलानी
menti.com स्क्रीन रे दिसुची एठी लेखा आइची join@menti.com
Yes, ma'am.
menti.com मारिबो मारी सारिला परे सेठी गोटे कोड मागिबो 83229680 83229680
Ma'am, again, please.
go to menti.com 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 को गला परे से तुमको गोटे कोड मागिबो 8 तमे से कोड रे 83229680 मारिबो देखो मु जेमती एठी करूची गूगल गली मोबाइल रे menti.com मारली
ହଉ ଟିକେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ଆଉ ଥରେ ରି ନମ୍ବର ଟି କହିବେ 8322
83229680 83229680 ହେଲା देखो एमपी गोटे देखो मो स्क्रीन रे देखि परछ एमपी गोटे कोड मासिबो तमे menti.com मारले तो तमे
Yes,
सेठी
ma'am.
जॉइन मार दियो जॉइन मारो
जॉइन कर सारे मैम एबे आछि व्हाट इज नॉलेज शॉर्ट आंसर recommended you have 200 characters left submit
हाँ
मारिम मैम
लेखो कोन टिके व्हाट इज नॉलेज तमे माने कोन बुझुछ
होडी लिखि
सेठी गोटे बॉक्स ता आस्थिबो परा से बॉक्स भीतर लिखिबो एठी गोटे राय व्हाट इज नॉलेज ए शॉर्ट आंसर जोड नै कि सेठी क्लिक करी कि लिखिबो जहाँ तुम मन को आछि गोटे वर्ड रे लिखले हबो दीटा वर्ड रे लिखले हबो तमे जेति कि बुझुछ नॉलेज माने कोन तुमे लिखो वाओ वेरी गुड दुई जण पिला मात्र हमें क्लास रे एते पिला अच्छे मात्र चारि पाओ वेरी गुड तो बहुत पिला भलो रेस्पॉन्स देउचंती लेखुचंती जेमती किछि लेखिचंती नॉलेज इज गैदर ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस एंड स्किल्स वेरी गुड
मैडम आउ थरे कोड टा रिपीट करबे
कोटा एठी बाबा स्क्रीन रे लिखाई 83229680 83229680 कोड 10 जण पिला जॉइन हेचंती बढ़िया बढ़िया लेखिचंती निजे जहा बुझिचंती knowledge is justified through belief knowledge means gain something very good knowledge is an understanding of someone or something like facts figure excellent new or innovative ideas with experience knowledge means what we know knowing something about बहुत बढ़िया बहुत पिला 16 जन पिला लिखिलेनी जने लिखचंती नॉलेज इज ए प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्किल नॉलेज मींस व्हाट टू डू एंड हाउ टू डू बहुत सुंदर knowledge is a mental process and sum total of our achievements knowledge is a certain kind of experience acha so here I am just ending this brainstorming activity thank you those have given their responses like knowledge is a meaningful sentence that express skill authority reason intuition faith excellent knowledge is the information fact skill and wisdom this is truly right knowledge is the information facts skills and wisdom acquired through learning and experiences in life knowledge is justified through belief 27 जन पिला इथरे आज रेस्पोंड करचंती मु एबे एटा को हमें बंद करबा नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू माय पीपीटी thank you all the students those have given their response now we are going to discuss what is exactly how what is knowledge मो वॉइस समस्त को सुना जाउची तो
यस मैम
Yes, ma'am.
सुची तो
Yes, ma'am.
जहाँ तुम्हें माने एते बढ़िया बढ़िया रेस्पॉन्स देलो this is really truly excellent you have responded exactly what knowledge is knowledge means the awareness the understanding or the familiarity that an individual possesses about a fact or some information or the skills the individual has the concepts like knowledge now knowledge is our concept now if I were going to give you the example of what is uh, what is earthquake earthquake, jodi ame we will talk about the earthquake, then we should have some information regarding the earthquake, some facts like kebe earthquake heithila, earthquake kahenki hue, how to measure earthquake. These are the things which we have to know about. If we are going to talk about what is earthquake, then we should have certain facts, we should have certain information, and we should know the concept of why earthquake happening, what are the region of earthquake, the places where earthquake often occurs. So these things we have to know. So if we have a debate on any topic, for that we must have the understanding, we must have the familiarity with that subject matter, then only we can talk, then only we can describe, then only we can talk and describe about the subject matter which we are going to talk. So knowledge is nothing about the understanding regarding certain facts and information. Hope you all have understanding what is knowledge. Then what we require about knowledge, ଆମେ ପ୍ରକୃତରେ knowledge ଜାଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଆମକୁ କଣ ଆମ ପାଖରେ କଣ କଣ ଥିଲେ ହିଁ we can pursue that we have certain knowledge. To possess knowledge, several key elements and we require like information. We should have certain information regarding particular topic or concept. We must have understand that concept. We should have memory. से ଜିନିଷକୁ ଆମେ ବୁଝିଥିବା ଦରକାର, ଆମେ ତାକୁ ବୁଝିଥିବା ମନେ ରଖିଥିବା ଦରକାର। ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ here I have given the example of earthquake. Earthquake is a topic, ତା ଭିତରେ ଆମକୁ କିଛି information ଦରକାର। So when we are going to talk about earthquake, then we must have some certain knowledge, understanding about why earthquake and why earthquake happen, earthquake happens. Then memory. Then memory means the places where it occurs and when it occurs. That is memory. Then application. If earthquake occur, then what type of precautions we have to take during the earthquake? What should we do after the earthquake? And how we will sensitize the people? How we will inculcate the concepts in our students? So these things comes under applications. Then critical thinking, synthesis, reflection, openness to learning. We have to learn every day. When we have certain ଯେମିତି କି ଆମେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଦେଖ, if ତମେ ମାନେ ଯଦି observe କରିଥିବ, you must have seen that in 8th class there is a chapter of resource in 8th class geography, then it is also in 10th class geography, but the resource portion in 8th class is less than the portions in 10th class. So in this way ଯେତିକି ପିଲା ଲର୍ନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି 8th class ରେ, ତାର ଟିକେ ହାୟର ଭର୍ସନ ରେ 10th class ରେ ଟପିକ ନା ବି ସେଇ ସମ୍ବଳ ବା ସେଇ ରିସୋର୍ସ ପିଲା ଟିକେ ଅଧିକା ଶିଖୁଛନ୍ତି। ତ when we will not open, when we will not the attitude to learn from anything, then we cannot learn. So openness to learning means we should ready every time to learn from something from somewhere. Then communications. If we have the knowledge, we understand the things and we memorize the things, but we are not communicating. I am not convincing you what I have already learned. ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଶିଖିଛି, ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛି, ମୁଁ ଯଦି ତୁମମାନଙ୍କ ସାମ୍ନାରେ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ କରିପାରୁନି, କହିପାରୁନି, that doesn't mean ki this is communication is a performance type of knowledge. It means what you have gained, what you have learned, you are communicating to your friends, you are communicating to your students, you are communicating to the public. That means you know, if you have, ଯଦି ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ ଗୋଟେ क्वेश्चन ପଚାରିବି, ତୁମେ ତାର ଉତ୍ତର ଠିକ ଭାବରେ ଦେଇ ପାରିଲନି, then the teacher will here assume that ଯେ you don't know the answer. So if you know the answer, if you don't have the communication skill and you are not communicating properly, that also said ki you don't have a knowledge on that particular subject or concept. So communication is the most vital things while we are acquiring knowledge in certain subject or discipline. Then validation, there should be truthfulness, what we know, what the knowledge. जदि तुमे माने ठीक से जानी नथिबो गोटे कथा टिकू एवं you are going to present in a public or in front of some audience, but if there is not such truth of that knowledge, if you are going to present, then there will be the public, the audience or your students can they can oppose you. No, how this is, they can prove you wrong or right. So in this way you should have the correct knowledge. So that for that validation is the most important part when we are going to know something to enhance our knowledge. Then organized structure, if we are not organized properly the things, we cannot present it properly. So before going to present something, we should have a organized structure about the knowledge. Then experience, how much we have the knowledge if we have not experienced, we have not performed in the stage, we have not talked about this, then there will be no reflection what we have done in previously. Then curiosity, always we know that curiosity is the thing which always gives us the boost, gives us the encouragement to learn something more. So
ବହୁତ ଛୋଟ ସେଇଟା ଚେନ୍ ମୁହଁ ବହୁତ ଛୋଟ ଏଇଟା ବହୁତ
any
ଛୋଟ
problem, sir? Dilip Sethi, sir, any problem? Sir, ହାତ ଟେକିଛନ୍ତି ଦିলীପ ସେଠୀ sir. ଚନ୍ଦନ ଦାସ sir, ଚନ୍ଦନ ଦାସ,
PPT not showing, madam.
ମୁଁ ଏବେ ଦେଖେଇନି ଯେ ଭଏସ ଆସିଲା ତ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ବୋଧେ ପିଲା ମାନେ କିଛି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି, that's why I am not showing the PPT right now. Okay, ଏବେ ଦିଶିଲା PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So requirements of knowing, जे आमे गोटे नॉलेज किछि माने गेन करबा पई हेले, these are the 15 things by elements which we must have in our which must we have to possess these things before having knowledge in a particular subject. Then we will go what is, there are three divisions of knowledge. First one is a priori knowledge, second one is posterior knowledge, and third one is experience knowledge. These are the three divisions of knowledge. Divisions, what is about the priori knowledge? Priori knowledge, the word itself describes that priori knowledge is the knowledge whose truth or falsity can be decided before or without the recourse of to experience. Priori knowledge means, in simple word, this is the knowledge before going when we are saying कि माने knowing the word, आज का गोटे word रो माने first of all मु जदि तुमको अबिका मैंगो कहूची, मैंगो, you are not visualizing MANGO. प्रोबाब्ली समस्त को एटा दिसुथिबो मैंगो गोटे येलो कलर रो हेतिबो किबा ग्रीन कलर रो हेतिबो किबा मैंगो गच्छ, आंबो गच्छ. जेते आई एम सेइंग आंबो गच्छ, तुमको अतरे अरे आंबो गच्छ एटा दिसु नथिबो, गोटे गच्छ ही दिसुथिबो. ऑलवेज वी आर मेकिंग मीनिंग बाय विजुअलाइजिंग ए थिंग. आमे कोनोसी शब्द को सुनी की डायरेक्ट बुझुना. when we are listening a sentence or listening a word, we are going to visualize the things through a image, through a picture, through a situation, then we are internalizing it. जेमति कि मो अबिका तुम मानको कहिबी डेजर्ट. When I am saying desert, you are not seeing the DESERT, you are seeing the desert. माने तुमे से मरुभूमि को ही देखि पारुचो, बाली आछियो I am giving you 100% assurance जो मैंने मो कथा सुनुथिबो when I am talking about मरुभूमि बा डेजर्ट तो तुम समस्त को ही मरुभूमि रो पिक्चर आसुथिबो सो जेते बेले गोटे जिंस को कांसेप्ट हम सामना को आसे तो बिफोर गोइंग डिटेल अबाउट दैट बा ताको एक्सपीरियंस करबा कि ऑब्जर्व करबा पूर्वरु वी आमे गोटे पूर्व नॉलेज आम अनुभूति रो गोटे किछि भी गोटे नॉलेज ता क्रिएट कर दो आम मुंड भितर जे आमे गोटे जागा को जाई नथिबु व्हेन वी आर प्लानिंग टू गो पिकनिक सर्टेन प्लेस जोटा कि मु केबे जाई नथिबी धर मु गोटे एग्जांपल दउची जे मु धबलेश्वर बोली गोटे जगह अच्छी समस्ते बाहरिले जीवा पई मु भी बाहरची जीवा पई बट से जगह को मु केबे जाईनी खाली सांग मानक ठारो सुनी देई कि आई हैव विजुअलाइज्ड कि सेठी गोटे नदीटे अछि नदी पाखरे मंदिरटे अछि हमको एमदी पोलरे जीवा को अछि कि डंगारे जीवा को अछि आई हैव विजुअलाइज्ड द थिंग्स that visualization is called prior knowledge but when I am going and reached there and saw what exactly it my knowledge prior knowledge is little different from the posterior knowledge मु जहा एक्जेक्टली देखिली सेठु मु गेन कली जे ना ए जिंसटा एटा that is called posterior knowledge this is the second division of knowledge then experience knowledge means when we are acting something doing something and we are in a situation we are in the conversation through that conversation दुई जण कथा होउछंती मु गोटे कथा कहली तुमे गोटे कथा कहलो with the conversation 5 मिनिट 10 मिनिट 30 मिनिट्स रो कथा वार्ता हैला परे I learn something from you you learn something from me this is called experience knowledge when you are doing something writing something by writing something I realized what is the mistake I have done while I am writing so I am crossed सेटा को मुटा को छक कली पुनी I tried again ना this is wrong then I tried again so this is called experience by doing by माने putting myself in the situation having conversation with others in a group discussion I am experience something that is enhances my information that is structurized my information my facts this is called experienced knowledge then I have some examples I have taken it from your igno book that is knowledge and information what is exactly knowledge there is a basic difference in the knowledge and information is a part of knowledge by gathering some information we are possessing knowledge information is a data is a fact having jemti ki Paris India is a country that is information but having knowledge about India how India got independence the geographical elements of the India latitude longitude of India the people of India how they are the physical structure of the features of India the people and their food habit dressing pattern their culture their traditions how they live how much people are from living from agriculture how much people are depending on the tertiary when we have such type of information regarding our country India then it is called knowledge but that is India is a country that is only an information so I am assured that you people have some difference between what is knowledge and information is only a fact जे 70 लोक सेठी थिले बट 70 लोक काहेकि थिले कोन करूथिले को जागा रे थिले केते समय पई थिले ए सब जते बेले आमे डाटा गुडी को रखुचे ता पछुक से मानकर रहिबार कोन काम थिला सेठी सेठी से माने कोन करूथिले सेमानक पई कोन व्यवस्था थिला सेमान एई सब जिंस जते बेले आमे गैदर करूचे ताकू सीरियली मेंटेन करूचे बुझुचे देन दैट इज कॉल्ड नॉलेज भाबुची तुमे माने बुझी पारुथिबो व्हाट इज इंफॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज बुझी पारछो
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ मैम
Yes, ma'am.
ऑनलाइन क्लास रे वन वे मु खाली कहबी तुमे सुनिबो आई एम नॉट सीइंग यू व्हाट एग्जैक्टली मस्ट टीचर रो सबुठारु मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ टीचर इज टू सी द बॉडी लैंग्वेज ऑफ द स्टूडेंट and through the body language teacher is able to, even the students are not saying anything, but through the eye contact, through the body language, teacher got information that whether the students are getting the teacher or not. But that aspect is lacking here in online mode. हाँ, ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ତୁମେ ମାନେ ମତେ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଥିବ। ଯଦି କୋଉଠି ବୁଝି ପାରୁନଥିବ, ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ନଟ୍ ସିଇଂ ୟୁ, ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଯେହେତୁ ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ ପିପିଟି ଶୋ କରୁଛି, ମୁଁ ତୁମ ମାନଙ୍କର ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ରେଜ୍ କୁ ମୁଁ ଦେଖି ପାରିବିନି। ଯଦି କିଏ ବୁଝି ନ ପାରୁଛ କୋଉଠି କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ହଉଛି, ୟୁ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ ୟୁର ସେଲ୍ଫ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଗିଭ୍ ୟୁର ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍, ବା ତୁମକୁ ଯାହା ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରିବାର ଥିବ ପଚାରିବ, ହେଲା।
Yes,
ତ
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
knowledge and
Okay, madam.
हाँ कुह अच्छा knowledge. If you think about the what is the nature of knowledge and what is the nature of information. Information is a data, it is a unprocessed and raw data, whereas knowledge is the result of processing and organizing of information. ଏଠି ଅଲରେଡି ବୁଝେଇ ସାରିଲେନି। ଗୋଟିଏ ସିମ୍ପଲ 70 ଲୋକ ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ, କିନ୍ତୁ 70 ଲୋକକୁ ପ୍ରୋସେସିଂ କାହିଁକି କ'ଣ କେବେ କେଉଁଠାରେ ଏତେ ସବୁର ଯେତେବେଳେ ସିଷ୍ଟମେଟିକାଲି ଆମେ ତାକୁ ରଖୁଛେ ତାକୁ ଆମେ ନଲେଜ କହୁଛେ। ଦେନ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ଡେପ୍ଥ ଅଫ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ? Information is a superficial, it is just a number, it is just a letter, it is just a sentence, but knowledge is a deeper and goes beyond the data ର ଭିତର both qualitative and quantitative aspects କୁ ଆମେ knowledge ର depth ବୋଲି କହିଥାଉ। Subjectivity: information is generally objective in nature, whereas knowledge is more subjective and depends upon the interpretation of the or internalization of the information. When I am giving a picture, गोटे ଗାଁର ହାଟର ଚିତ୍ର ମୁଁ ଦେବି ଆଉ ତୁମ ମାନଙ୍କୁ କହିବି ମାନେ ଏକୁ ନେଇକି 10ଟି ଲାଇନ ଲେଖ। Does you think that all the students of your class you are here about? ଏଠି ପ୍ରାୟ 70 students are here. Do you think that 70 students will write the same sentences? No. They
No,
will
ma'am.
The picture is the same. My question is the same. But I said कि तुम्हें कई कहार देखिबनी, you write yourself about the 10 sentences about the picture. The thing
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତ
is
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ନଲେଜ ରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ପୁରାପୁରି ଅଲଗା ଥିଲା, କାହାର କାହା ସହିତ ମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ନଥିଲା।
that beautifully you have said that ଯେ ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ତୁମକୁ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ଦେଲି what is knowledge, କାହିଁକି ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା କଲି ବ୍ରେନଷ୍ଟର୍ମିଂ, କାରଣ ମୁଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଗପିଲେ ତୁମକୁ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବନି ନା। So I started the class making you ଯେ physically and both mentally, ଖାଲି ତୁମେ ଦେଖୁନ but you are mentally also here. So I tried my level best to engage in my class even though I am not in physical contact with you. So that is the main thing. Gote question, but gote picture. But when there is a scope for you have the open ended ame jetele rakhuche, then you have different types of answers because your internalization is different from others. Your interpretation of something is different from others. So subjectivity but information is the same. ତୁମେ ମାନେ କହିବ ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା କ'ଣ ଦେଖଉଛି ନା ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ଗାଁର ଚିତ୍ର, ଏଇଟା ହେଲା information, but writes about the picture, then that is subjective. ତୁମେ ମାନେ ଲେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ ବହୁତ କଥା ଲେଖିବ। Then context, if you will go about the context of knowledge and information, information can be stand alone and the context is independent, but knowledge is a contextual. It involves an understanding of how various pieces of information are related to each other. It is related, माने dependent to each other. Why? Why जानिबा पूर्वपुर आमे what first जानिबा दरकार। जिनसटा कोन जानिले, तापरे किपरि जानिले, तापरे ताकु नै कि आमे तार व्यवहार ए सब विषय रे जानिबा। But information just a piece that is not independent, whereas knowledge is dependent in nature. Then use of information. we you information is just a raw material. We use information to generate a knowledge. Information ର କେବଳ ଗୋଟିଏ କାମ ହେଲା to generate a knowledge. We have the information that କି ଆମର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ 900 ଓଡ଼ିଶାର 900 କେତେ 76 ବୋଧେ ସେକ୍ସ ରେସିଓ ହେଲା. This is just the information. But ଏଇ information କୁ ନେଇକି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ knowledge create କରିବାକୁ ଯାଉଛେ, then କାହିଁକି ଏମିତି ହେଲା, ଆମେ କେମିତି ଜାଣିଲେ ସେଟା ସେକ୍ସ ରେସିଓ ଏତିକି ବୋଲି ଆମେ କେମିତି ଜାଣିଲେ, how it is calculated, all these things when coming under, then it is called knowledge. So knowledge is the product of information, where is information is only used to get knowledge. ତାପରେ transferability, information can be easily transferred and share easily. ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ କହିଦେଲି ଯେ ଦେଖ କଗ୍ନିଟିଭ ଜିନିଷ ଆଉ ବିହେଭିୟରାଲ ଜିନିଷ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେବା ପାଇଁ ପିଲାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ବହୁତ ସମୟ ଲାଗେ ଗୋଟେ ଜଣଙ୍କର ବିହେଭିୟର ବା ଆଟିଚ୍ୟୁଡ. ବଟ୍ କଗ୍ନିଟିଭ ହିମାଳୟର ହାଇଟ୍ ହେଲା 8848 ମିଟର୍ସ ହେଲା. ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଏ ନମ୍ବର. It is easy to share with you, but ହିମାଳୟ କୋଉଠି ଅଛି କ'ଣ ଅଛି, ଏଭରେଷ୍ଟ କାହେନି, ଆମେ ଯଦି କହୁଛେ ଯେ ଏଭରେଷ୍ଟ ହାଇଏଷ୍ଟ ପିକ୍ ଏଠି ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଅଛି କି ନେପାଳରେ ଅଛି, ଆଉ କାଞ୍ଚନଜଙ୍ଗା ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଅଛି କି ନେପାଳରେ, ଏଇ ସବୁ ବିଷୟରେ ଡିଟେଲ ଡିସ୍କ୍ରିପସନ କଲା ବେଳକୁ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ମୋର ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜିଂ ଟୁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର. ବଟ୍ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟିଆ ଡାଟା ବା ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ଦେବା ଇଜ ଇଜି. ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫରେବଲ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ନଲେଜ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର କରୁଛୁ, ଇଟ୍ ଟେକ୍ସ ଟାଇମ୍, ବଟ୍ ଇଟ୍ ନିଡ୍ସ ଟ୍ରୁଥଫୁଲନେସ୍. এটা তোমার কম্প্রিহেনসিভ স্কিল দরকার থিব, তোমাকে কম্ୟୁନିକେସନ ସ୍କିଲ୍ ଦରକାର ହବ. ବଟ୍ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ରେ ସେମିତି କିଛି ନାହିଁ. ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ଓଭର ଟାଇମ୍. ଆଜି ଆମର ଲିଟରେସି ରେଟ୍ ଏତିକି ଅଛି, କାଲିକି ଆଉ କିଛି ଥିବ. ଇଟ୍ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ, ବଟ୍ ହାଉ the calculation of the literacy rate is also always will be same ହେଲା. But sometimes knowledge also dynamic and information also dynamic. Here an example is given. The capital of France is Paris. It is information. Understanding the history, culture, significance of Paris as the capital of France are the knowledge. Next we will discuss the sources and ways of acquiring knowledge. Sources, from where we get knowledge. हमको knowledge केउंठारु मिलता है. We get knowledge through intuition, we get knowledge through authority, we get knowledge through tenacity, we get knowledge from region, we get knowledge through empiricism, through revelation, through faith. Let's see how we get knowledge from intuition. What is intuition? Intuition, the way of acquiring knowledge that is often associated with an immediate and instinctive understanding of something without the need of conscious reasoning. माने संग संग आम सामने रे गोटे एक्सीडेंट हे गला के समथिंग हैपन. हेलो हां हेलो
how information related to dynamics,
सुरेश चंद्र साहू कौन होला?
how information related to dynamics,
सुना जाउनी मते.
how information is related to dynamics.
Sorry, you are not clearly audible.
How information is related to dynamics, please tell me.
मते जो कि सुनी पारुछ कि अन्य पिला माने टिके मते प्रॉम्प्ट करिवो सार.
से कहउचंदी कि इन्फॉर्मेशन डायनामिक केमिति कोन सेटा टिके आउथर बुझे देबे.
अच्छा, इनफॉरमेशन जदि आमे कहउची जे आम क्लास रे माने सब इनफॉरमेशन ऑलवेज डायनामिक मींस इट चेंजिंग. आज गोटे किछि अछि, काली गोटे किछि अछि. जदि हमें गोटे जागा को बेंचमार्क करूचे, तुमे गोटे जागा को जाउछ, कहउछ कि से जागा पाखरे से जो एसबीआई बैंक अछि, तो एसबीआई बैंक पछपटे होची मोर घर. बट तुमे किछि वर्ष परे गला बेल को थरे आसीथिला एसबीआई पछपटे तम घर कहिथिला. किछि वर्ष आसला बेल सेठी आ एसबीआई नाही, सेठी गोटे मॉल्ट हे जायछि, एसबीआई आ गोटे जागा को घुंची जायछि. दिस इज डायनामिक nature. माने what information, what facts, figures are nothing else which are happening in our day to day life. From that we are getting information, facts, figures ହେଲା. तो figures means आम क्लास रे 75 टी पिला अछंती ହେଲା, बट काली क्लास रे 98 टा पिला थिले कि 80 पिला थिले, आज 75 अछंती. तो these are the numbers, these are the facts, these are the information which are changing. That's why information is changing. Most of the time information जदि change होची, obviously information ऊपर knowledge depend करूची, कारण information is a independent character, knowledge होची dependent. knowledge होची कहाँ पर depend करूची, raw data ऊपर. raw data माने information. तो information जेते बेले dynamic बा changeable, then our knowledge also changing. बाबूजी तमे बुझी करथिबा.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so intuition means we are not going deep in any matter, just having a superficial idea. कौन गोटे सेठी हेची मु देखि पारुनी, तम पछर आसी कि जने छिडा हेची, बहुत लोक गदा हे जाइचंती, तुमे जानि ना, तुमको दिसुनी किछि, तम पछरे जने लोक आसी कि छिडा हे कि तुमको पचारची, तुमे जेतु आगे ठिया हेचो ना, टिके आगे आसीचो, कौन हेची सेठी, तो बोधे कोन गोटे कार एक्सीडेंट हेची, आछे कौन हेची सेठी, के झियो पिला ना पुओ पिला ना, के पुओ पिला बोधे हेतबो, एते लोक गदा हेचंती, आ से बजिची ना मरिची, बोधे मरिगलानी कि कोन. तो तुमे किछि जानि ना, बट यू आर सस्पेक्टिंग समथिंग, and what you are suspecting you are saying your intuition, तुमे कोन तुम भितर कोन आउची, not knowing about the things what happened really, but having the by having looking the situation from far away, you are have certain imagination in your mind which you are saying to someone else that this may be the facts, this may not be, but you are these things came to your mind and you are saying, that is called intuition. Knowledge come through our intuition. So mu bhabuji tume ei point ta bujhilo. Then we will discuss authority. Knowledge through authority. Authority means refers to the way of acquiring knowledge by relying the expertise. When your friend will say something in a class, when your friend will say something, you will not believe him or her. हाँ ये कौन कोच, but the same thing when your teacher say, or the some expert, even when a teacher, your regular teacher will say something, you may not sometimes you may not believe that ki she is or he is saying truth, but some expert, a professor came to your institution and teaching the same subject and saying the same same subject, same thing, but you are saying oh yes this is correct. माने मु गोटे ट्रू एग्जांपल देबी, जदि तुम घरे तमे माने आज पेरेंट आमे माने जदि कहूछु जे झियो तू एटा कोन लिखिछु, कुनी कुनी छोट पिलांका कथा मु कहूची जे कोन लिखिछु, एटा तम मिस भूल को, एटा एम्ति हबो नै, तू एटा भूल लिखिछु, एटा भूल हेछि, एटा एम्ति हबोनी, एटा एम्ति हबो, से राजी हेबे नै, मामा पापा कथा राजी हेबे नै, से कहबे ना मिस जोटा कहचंती सेटा ठीक, ऑल्दो मिस हैज सेड रॉन्ग थिंग, बट शी हैज सम faith on means that जे से जहा कहचंती सेटा ठीक. That means for her or for him, miss is more expert person, she has more trustworthy with the miss, with her expert. तो some expert people जते बेला हमें इकोनॉमिक्स कथा कहूचे कि गोटे साइंटिस्ट हमकु जेमती कहबो, हमें अब्दुल कलाम जोटा कहले that is true for us, से जहा कह देले सद्गुरु जहा कह देले, हमें माने these are the personalities experts in that certain field, certain area, certain subject. तो से माने जहा कहले आमे ताकू अंध भाबरे भाबी दो ठीक. That is called knowledge through authority. What our authority say, a research scholar जदि कहबो जे I have researched something and this is my research finding, and this is also called knowledge from truth. Knowledge from truth means when we are getting or acquiring knowledge from an individual, like he may be an expert, he may be a teacher, he may be a scholar, he may be a some कौन exponent ଯେମିତି କି ଭାଇଗୋଟ୍ସ୍କି ହେଲା, ପିଆଜେଟ୍ ହେଲେ, ସେମାନେ ଯାହା ପାଭଲଭ ହେଲେ, ସ୍କିନର ହେଲେ, ସେମାନେ ଯାହା କହୁଛନ୍ତି we are believing, so from them we are acquiring knowledge. So this is called knowledge through authority. Then knowledge through tenacity. Tenacity is something which psychological force to people. This is a really very excellent thing which now generation people are more dependent on this type of knowledge. ଯେମିତି କି ଆମେ ମାନେ most of this product ଆମେ use କରୁନେ, बट हिरो हिरोइन माने सेर कमला पसंद हैला जे एटा खाउचंदी सेटा खाउचंदी से कोचन आमे माउथ फ्रेशनर हेगला जे ए शैम्पू लगै देले तम चुट्टी टा बहुत भलो रहिबो कि ए डिओ लगै देले समस्त तुम आडकू आसी जिवे. तो दिस टाइप ए ड्रेस पिन देले ना समस्त इंप्रेस हे जाउचंदी. These things not happened, but they have shown a figure people जे रिनाउंड पीपल माने पिनचंती कि यूज करचंती हमको देखोचंती ए तेल लगेले तम चुट्टी लंबा हबो. दे आर शोइंग इट रिपीटेडली अगेन एंड अगेन. देन तुमे माने ताकू विश्वास कर जाउछ, हम माने ताकू विश्वास कर जाउछ लाइक जे फेविकल का जोड़ कभी छूटेगा नहीं कि टूटेगा नहीं. तो दिस थिंग्स वी आर फ्रॉम आवर चाइल्डहुड वी आर सीइंग माने वी आर गेटिंग एज by seeing this type of advertisement. जो दंत मंजन ऐसे भिको टर्मरिक दंत मंजन यूज करो सो तुम्हारा माने दांत बहुत भलो रहइबो. तो दिस थिंग्स माने व्हाइट हे जो पूरा चकाचक व्हाइट हे जो तमे ए पेस्ट ता दांत घसले. तो दिस थिंग्स
ना मेनी एडवर्टाइजमेंट एवरा सब देता है जे एया कले से आबो.
these are the commercial most of the political parties. से मान पूरा गोटे कैची नाटे दे देथिबे, कैची ना दे दे कि कहबे जो एटा जितिले तू एटा हबो सेटा हबो. तो ए प्रकार रो फॉल्स नोशन ता ऊपर किछि रिसर्च स्टडी नाही किछि नाही, बट से माने बारंबार कहि कि प्रचार करी करी कि से माने हम भितरे से जिंस को रिपीटेटिवली कहि कि प्रोपागेंडा क्रिएट करी कि हमको विश्वास करे दउछंती कि जे लॉक्स ता पिंदिले किबा ए क्रीम लगेले तमे गोरा हे जिवो, ए शैम्पू लगेले हमें किनु छे वी हैव नेवर यूज्ड. सडनली हमें कोन करछे चेंज कर दोछे ना ना ए शैम्पूटा यूज करी मो चुट्टी बहुत उपडुची से जो शैम्पूटा से देखुची हमें जाई सेटा किनि आनछे. बट व्हाट इज द रियल फैक्ट? सेटा भी सेम प्रोडक्ट सेम जिंस सेतरे भी जा होतला एतरे माइंडसेट ना ना सतरे सतरे पैसा दे किनिची ना घरे कहि कि कोरा किना करैची से शैम्पूटा भलो नै ए शैम्पूटा भलो. तो हां भाई देखु ना मो शैम्पू आ चुट्टी उपडुनी. तो these are the propaganda which the माने television newspapers rallies people have forced us to believe. So this is called knowledge through tenacity.
मैडम टेनासिटी रो उड़िया मीनिंग. हेलो मैडम.
के टिके कहूची झियो टिके.
टेनासिटी मीन्स दृढ़ता.
आसक्ति आसक्ति
आसक्ति. ओके थैंक यू.
घरे रही कि क्लास नले टिके एमती माने आसीबो. टिके गोटे सेकंड. हाँ हाँ अच्छा हाँ टेनासिटी माने एठी मु तुमको ओडिया रे आउथरे बुझेया को चाहूची जे गोटे ऊपर तुमको बारंबार प्रेशराइज करा जाउची माने तार एग्जैक्टली माने तुमको कोन करा जाउची फोर्स जे
मीन्स आसक्ति.
हां आसक्ति बा तार पर माने तुमको जोर जबरदस्ती
टाणापण दृढ़ता.
हाँ तुमको जोर जबरदस्ती से जिनस प्रति बा से कांसेप्ट प्रति तुमरो विश्वास को तुमको तुम ऊपर थोपा जाउची. तुमको जबरदस्ती करा जाउची जे तुमे एटा ऊपर विश्वास करो. दिस इज टेनासिटी. बुझि पाइला? तो दिस टाइप ऑफ नॉलेज is often considered as less reliable, less open to correction, है and compared to the other form of knowledge जेतेले हमें compare करूचे this type of knowledge which in which we are forced to believe, in which we are forced to जे know कि this is the things to which जेमती आजिकली कौन खेल बहुत आस जाउची देन आसुची जे एथिरे तुमे तुमर बैंक रे एटा कर सेसु गोटे स्टार मार्क दिया जाय तो कंडीशंस अप्लाई, but we are that conditions apply is very negligible and very small things, but the big thing is that this will enhance them. Take Horlicks is very unhealthy product which was written very small letters which we are not seeing. We are seeing जे एटी खाइले छुआर चित्र होची से बड़ हो जाउची, छोट चित्र गोटे होची, बड़ चित्र गोटे हो जाउची, से जिंस को बड़ बड़ आकार देखाउची we believe, but the small things we are not going to read the details things, so we are forced to believe. That is called tenacity. So it has very less impact in our life, but still we are believing on it. Then knowledge through reason mane without having the logical discussion and rational thinking we are not ready to make others understand. If she is saying ki je I am these things happen in my life ki this class is not dhara mu tumo class dekhiya ku jaichi, you are having a class, you are taking a class in class 8 and I am saying ki no your class is very bad, so you are not accepting how your class is bad, how I am saying that your class is bad, so you are arguing with me, there I will give you the evidence, so this because of this, because of this, because of this. So when we are thinking logically, we are giving, and to have the logical information we must have certain memory, certain comprehension, then we can logically discuss with the people which is in front of us. So without having certain real and critical discussions we are not believing. That is called knowledge through reason. Then empiricism is a way of acquiring knowledge that is grounded in direct sensory experience. Sensory experience means when we are experiencing something by देखो most of the आमे जते बेले कथा बा the people having lower vision or less vision, no vision, that type of people are mostly using their senses to know something. So that type of knowledge is also called as empiricism knowledge. Empiricism knowledge भाबुचे एटा तुमे माने बुझी पारिथिबो when we are getting something having when we are getting something having a direct experience observation, जते बेले आमे कोनोसी जागा को जाउचे तो we are having direct जे चासो जते बेले तुमे माने पचारथिबो स्कूल ले जते बेले टीचर हेथिबो गोटे पिला here I am giving an example like when you are going to ask a question to 3 class students, तुम माँ खाद्य न पचिबा पाई बा खाद्य नष्ट न हेबा पाई किंबा खाद्य बासी न हेबा पाई किभଳି भाबरे तुम माँ खाद्य को संरक्षित करंती बा रखंती जे जो हिसाब रे, तो तुमे जदी ए भलिया क्वेश्चन गोटे हाई माने जेमति कि प्राइवेट स्कूल पिला को पचारिबो जाभियर डीएवी ए भलिया स्कूल ले पचारिबो समस्तकर सेम आंसर आसीबो जे आमे माने फ्रिज रे रखुचंती मा खाद्य गंधिया न हेबा पाई हैला ना खाद्य नष्ट न हेबा पाई, बट व्हेन यू आर आस्किंग ए क्वेश्चन इन ए विलेज रे कि गोटे बस्ती साइड स्कूल रे किंबा टिके रूरल एरिया पीपल को ट्राइबल एरिया पीपल को पठाइबो सेठी यू विल गेट वेराइटीज टाइप ऑफ आंसर। मो मा खाद्य नष्ट न हेबा पाई छुई न सुखिया पाई सेथिरे कना गुडे की रखुचंती, शाग को राति रे खेले की छातर बा चाळ ऊपर रखुचंती कि से माने जो पानी ऊपर खाइबाटा रखुचंती पिंपुड़ी हबो नाही कि कोची शिखारे रखुचंती कि कोची खीर को हमर बारंबार सिजा करा जाय कि रखा जाउची, this type of knowledge. Where they are getting this type of knowledge? Because they have seen what their mother are doing actually at home. So they have their
Ma'am, direct
practical
observation.
direct observation they have. That's why they have saying this is called knowledge through empiricism, which we are getting from the direct by observing the things. କେମିତି ନଈ ବଢି ହଉଛି ତ ନଈ ବଢି ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ନଈ ବଢି ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ଡେ ଟୁ ଡେ ଲାଇଫ ରେ ମାନେ when the flood occurring in their areas and they are experiencing the writing they will ମାନେ ସେମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିବେ ଯୋଉ ଛୁଆ ଜମା ଦେଖିନି ସେ କହିବା ଭିତରେ ବହୁତ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ଆସିବ. This is called direct observation. So we have major emphasis when we are studying science, when we are studying social science subjects. Direct observation has major impact. As a pedagogy, direct observation method is, that's why there is the importance of direct observation, because it enhances the knowledge of the students and it keeps the knowledge, the acquisition of the knowledge is for longer time. Then revelation. Knowledge through revelation refers to a way of acquiring knowledge that is believed to received or disclosed by a divine or supernatural force. In this approach, individuals came to gain insights, truth, info, direct communication with a higher power or spiritual experience or divine revelation. Mane mostly revelation तो some people will believe जो माने astronomy astro science ହେଲା तो से भलिया people ऊपर जो मानकर believe रोची those have the belief of spiritual values ऊपर believe रोची they will not believe ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଭଗବାନ को विश्वास करछे but still we have certain ଯେତେବେଳେ I am getting some distress जे मोते जेटा पाइबार इच्छा अछि एते मु सेटा पाइ परनी से टाइम्स हमर बिलीफ टिके डगमगा जाउची. So in that sense, when we are getting direct information from a saint, from a people, major things, ଯେମିତି କି ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ଏଇଟା ପଚାରିବି ଆମେ ଯଦି କହୁଛେ ଯେ ରାମାୟଣ ମହାଭାରତ ସୃଷ୍ଟିର କୋଉ ଯୁଗରେ ହେଇଛି ତ୍ରେତୟା ଯୁଗ କହୁଛେ ଯଦି ଆମର ଆମେ ଏତେ ବର୍ଷ ତଳେ ଆମର ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଇଛି ପ୍ରଥମେ ମାଛ ହେଇଛି ରିଭଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଆମର जो रिवोल्यूशन है आम आज ये स्टेज रे दुईटा गोड़ दुईटा ये भली आमर है तो आमर ये रिवोल्यूशन स्टेज रे महाभारत रो कैरेक्टर्स बा रामायण को जगह रे थिले से माने आमे हेले पाख माछ शिउली हैला माछ हैला माकड़ हेले तो एमती पशु पशु है कि आज आमे मनुष्य हैचे तो से भितर से माने को जगह रे एग्जैक्टली अछंती आ जदी से माने अछंती हिस्ट्री रो सबुथिरे कबीर भी अछंती नानक अछंती हमर सब प्रकार इतिहास अछि से इतिहास रे काहे कि नांती इतिहास रो कोनोसी पुस्तक रे रामायण महाभारत विषय रे काहे कि लेखा है नै तो आम भितर जते बेले ए भलिया क्वेश्चन आसुची स्टिल आमे ई सब जिंस को बिलीव करछे ह एमती थिले राम एमती थिले कृष्ण एमती थिले तो रामंकर वेशभूषा ए भली थिला एटा थिला तो बारंबार ए सब जिंस गुडी को सम पीपल जो माने आमे ताको विश्वास करूची से माने हमकु कहिचंती एवं आमे पूर्व पुरुष ठारो ए सब जिनिस चाली आछि तो आमे ताको विश्वास करछी सेही भली भाबरे नॉलेज थ्रू फेथ it is also acquiring knowledge or belief that is rooted in a strong and unwavering faith or trust in a certain principle religious super really mostly without having the logical proof hela we believe ame bhabute so that belief is called our faith. Mostly it is truly absence of logical proof ame mane विश्वास करूचे एबे भी बहुत superstitions हला भी एबे भी बहुत राज्य रे बहुत देश रे भी सुपरस्टिशंस गुडी कर राउची बिकॉज़ दैट इज द फेथ दैट इज माने बहुत जुग जुग धरी चली आसी तो दीज आर द मेजर सोर्सेस फ्रॉम वेयर वी आर गेटिंग नॉलेज sources are from intuition authority tenacity reason empiricism revelation and the faith. Then we will discuss about categorization of knowledge. First, I will three division of knowledge. Then the sources of knowledge. Now we will discuss about the categorization of knowledge. Categorization knowledge रे तीन प्रकार अछि गोटे propositional knowledge, गोटे प्रोसीजर नॉलेज गोटे डायरेक्ट नॉलेज इट्स वेरी सिंपल प्रपोजिशनल नॉलेज माने व्हाट इज एक्सप्रेस्ड इन टू स्टेटमेंट आमे जहा देखिले ताको कहिले दैट इज प्रपोजिशनल जहा गोटे वर्ड ता हमको आखिर आसला कि हमको जने कहले आमे ताको एग्जैक्टली जहा बुझिले सेटा हला प्रपोजिशनल नॉलेज किंतु प्रोसीजर नॉलेज सेटा केमती हला काहे की हला ता विषय रे पढिबा ता विषय रे अधिका जानिबा समय रे गोटिए विषय को जानिबा को जाय कि आमे आउ दुईटा तीनटा विषय जानिबा दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रोसीजर नॉलेज विथ द प्रोसेस वी आर लर्निंग समथिंग वी आर माने किछुटे काम करी करी सिखिबाटा हला प्रोसीजर नॉलेज डायरेक्ट नॉलेज फ्रॉम ए पर्सन और ओन्स मेंटल स्टेट्स माने डायरेक्ट नॉलेज फ्रॉम गोटे लोक कहूचे आमे ताको विश्वास करूचे तो सी जते बेले कहूचे किछि आमे ताको सिंपली विश्वास कर दउचे जे सेटा जानि नहले निजर जानिबार इच्छा अछि किछि बही किछि डॉक्यूमेंटरी फिलिंग्स ए सब देखि कि आमे नॉलेज गेन करछे दैट इज कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट नॉलेज देन असला वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द discipline what is discipline is a word comes from the latin word discipulus which means people or disciplina which means teaching so as a verb it means in training someone to follow a rigorous set of instructions but also encouraging obedience by krishna in 2009 krishna कहले discipline as a verb it means training someone in a rigorous way बा rigorous instruction माध्यम जन को गोटे obedient character बनेबाटा होची discipline so a discipline is an organized body of knowledge with a logical structure हम एटा धीरे धीरे गले तुमे माने बुझी पारिबो here discipline को जाउची organized body of knowledge जेमति कि when we are saying the science is a broader thing but the science in class 6 the science in class 9 is different so science class 6 science जते बेले कहूचे तार बॉडी ऑफ लैंग्वेज तार जो स्ट्रक्चर कोन को टॉपिक रहइबो सेही टॉपिक जते बेले साइंस रे हमर जति मु तुमको एठी ज्योग्राफी रो एग्जांपल देबी आई एम बिकॉज़ आई एम from geography background I am very much comfortable in geography examples so if I will give the geography example like physical features erosional and depositional features माने नदी रो कार्य ए सब जिंस सप्तम श्रेणी बहि रे अछि ए सब कार्य प्लस 2 भी अछि प्लस 2 12 स्टैंडर्ड बहि रे सीबीएसई बहि रे भी अछि तो सेठी नदी रो कार्य जहा सप्तम श्रेणी रे 12 स्टैंडर्ड रे सेया नाही अलगा अछि बट नदी रो कार्य अछि वर्क ऑफ रिवर अछि the work of river is different is more complicated or more complex than 7th standard in 12th standard अपेक्षा 7th standard रे बहुत सिंपल वे रे लेखा आइछि तो सेति के जिंस लेखा हेबा पाही जे सप्तम श्रेणी रे नदी रो कार्य पढा जिवो जदि सप्तम श्रेणी रे नदी रो कार्य पढा जिवो ता पूर्व चैप्टर रे कोन रहइबो ता पूर्व पाठ रे कोन रहिथिबो ता पर चैप्टर रे कोन रहइबो ए सब गुडी को हमें सीक्वेंशियली ऑर्डर करला परे ही गोटे भूगोल पाठटी तयारी होउची दिस इज कॉल्ड डिसिप्लिन रे केते नॉलेज दिया जिवो गोटे सब्जेक्ट मैथर रे कोन कोन नॉलेज दिया जिवो किभली भाबरे दिया जिवो काहा परे कोन दिया जिवो एवं तार वेटेज केते रहइबो ए सब डिस्कशन करी के हमें जेते गोटे कंप्लीट फॉर्म रे पाउचे वी आर सेइंग दैट इट इज एन डिसिप्लिन then characteristics of a discipline every discipline has a history जेमति कि साइंस रो फादर किए जेमति कि ज्योग्राफी रो फादर किए हिस्ट्री रो फादर किए हिस्ट्री केबेटु प्रथम आरंभ हेतला को देश प्रथम हिस्ट्री विषय रे बेसी ओपिनियन देइ छंती तो हिस्ट्री रो डेवलपमेंट केमति हेची हिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट रो डेवलपमेंट केमति हेची क्रोनोलॉजिकली इट्स ग्रोथ मॉडिफिकेशन ए सब हमें पढ़ी थाउ तो so every discipline has its own history each discipline has certain domain of knowledge cognitive domain तो माने जेहेतु प्राय बीएड स्टूडेंट्स माने you must have completed your DLED course समस्त कंप्लीट करिथिबो तो cognitive affective and psychomotor domain cognitive which is related to our head means आमे चिंता करूचे मने रखुचे रिकॉग्नाइज करूचे एनालिसिस करूचे सिंथेसाइज करूचे ताको क्रिटिकली इवैल्यूएट करूचे दिस थिंग्स आर कमिंग अंडर कॉग्निटिव व्हिच आर रिलेटेड टू आवर मेंटल फंक्शनिंग बा हेड affecting domain which are related to our heart means we have some attitude we have some interest about that topic मते एटा भलो लागुची जेंति कि तुमे माने अबिका जानि सारी थिबो मु कहिबा पूर्वरु जे मैडम काहे कि एते ज्योग्राफी रे एग्जांपल दोचन फ्रॉम माय बॉडी लैंग्वेज फॉर माय लैंग्वेजेस माय कम्युनिकेशंस यू मस्ट हैव सर्टेन जे आंकर बोधे ज्योग्राफी रे भलो हुए फॉर दैट इज माय इंटरेस्ट सो when I have some interest in a particular subject then I will like to inculcate that subject in every of my conversation in my every examples that is called affective domain then psychomotor domain when I am coordinating my hand and head with my other parts of the body my hand and heart with my hand with my eye with my other things that is called psychomotor psychomotor is a functional it is a performance type of knowledge domain so that is why each subject have its specific cognitive किए केबे कोउठारे अफेक्टिव हैला से विषय प्रति भलो पाइबा साइकोमोटर हैला जति भूगोल हैला तार चित्र माध्यम रे दर्शाइबा कि ए भली जिंस रहउची चित्र करी देखाइबा गोटे जागा रे जाई कि पहुंचीबा जते विज्ञान रे हैले तार हैला प्रयोग करिबा से रोसई घर रे बहुत प्रकार विज्ञान हमर अछि तो सेही समय रे भी हम यूज करछे तो ए भली भाबरे each discipline has certain knowledge of domain discipline has a particular object of research through the object of research may be shared with another discipline every subject has to जुग धरि की रिसर्च चली आसुची still we are there to search for new things new knowledge we are not satisfied we are think that this is happened why this happened if this is the reason then what will be the factors affecting for this so always we are trying to know something trying to know something new that is also one type of research which are obviously in language subject in every language ame research करछे साइंस रे रिसर्च करछे सोशल साइंस रे रिसर्च करछे मैथमेटिक्स रे रिसर्च करछे तो सब सब्जेक्ट रे रिसर्च इज ए कंपलसरी पार्ट टू एनहांस तो हमर कोन से पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट रो नॉलेज ता को आउर स्ट्रेंथन करिया पई हमें रिसर्च करिथा then discipline has a substantial body of knowledge and research which is specific to it and not generally shared with another discipline mainly the result of jodi mu kahibi if I will cite a research problems of social science teachers teaching in primary school the problems of social science teacher the teachers teaching social science at primary teacher तार जा findings result हबो the problems of teachers teaching science तार findings तार result तार region अलगा हबो so से होची discipline रे if one subject रो research करा जाउची that research finding cannot be generalized or shared with another discipline माने मु भूगोल रो रिसर्च ताकू साइंस रो रिसर्च रो फाइंडिंग सहित जदी देखिली भूगोल टीचर माने फेस करूचंती प्रॉब्लम पाठ पढिया पारे साइंस टीचर माने भी किंतु भूगोल रिसर्च ता आगो हेची साइंस रिसर्च ता हेई नाही किंतु भूगोल रिसर्च रो फाइंडिंग्स ताकू मु जदी साइंस टीचर माने को ऊपर जदी ताकू कोन करबी नै कि ताको अडॉप्ट करिवि साइंस टीचर मानको ऊपर इंप्लीमेंट करिवि देन एटा गोटे फेल्युअर हे जिवो हैला the discipline has its theories concept that organize the accumulated knowledge effectively aqua विशेष बुझोनी discipline uses specific terminology or technical languages explain every subject has its own specific terminology and terminology जेमति कि तार स्पेसिफिक रिसोर्स कहबो एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस कहबो माने जहा एग्जैक्टली जो टर्म देखो मीनिंग माने जदि हमें भूग माने ओडिया रे कहूचे जो प्रति ओडिया लैंग्वेज आर कॉन्टेक्सचुअल इन नेचर हैला से गोटे शब्द रो मीनिंग डिफरेंट कॉन्टेक्स्ट रे अलगा अलगा रहउची तो से टर्मिनोलॉजी सेम थिले भी भूगोल रे जो शब्दटी व्यवहार करा जायछि से शब्दटी जदि साइंस रे व्यवहार करा जाउछि तार टर्मिनोलॉजी रो मीनिंग गुडी को अलग अलग होई थाए हैना से सेही कथा कहउछि discipline has developed specific research methods according to its specific research requires तो मेथड्स आल्सो डिफरेंट हो जाए जते बेले आमे जंदी टीचिंग कथा कहउछे सोशल साइंस जो मेथड रे पढ़ा जीवो साइंस की इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज सब्जेक्ट मैथमेटिक्स सही मेथड रे पढ़ा जीवनी इट्स a simple thing जदि मेथड्स ऑफ टीचिंग इज आल्सो डिफरेंट मेथड्स ऑफ डूइंग a research in various disciplines are also different तो पिला मन तुम माने बुझुछ मुजा कहउची ना मु कहि चलची अच्छा तो सब क्लास रे
ना रे सब बुझुछु दीदी
यस मैम बुझा पड़छे
यस मैम
ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ବୁଝୁଛୁ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
अच्छा ठीक अछि
मैम बढ़िया लाଗୁଛି क्लास बोली सब सुनुछु
ये विष्णु सर अछंती के एठी then we will discuss about implications तो एबे हमें जानले व्हाट इज नॉलेज divisions of knowledge then sources of knowledge then categorize of knowledge and what is discipline then here the question comes in a B.Ed course as a teacher as a prospective teacher why these things I have to know what is knowledge what is discipline what is the sources of knowledge why these things as a teacher you are not only to teach the students तुम मान को गोटे बही दिया है जाउची जे तुमे एई बहीटी को पढेबो वर्षक भितरे फास्ट समेटिव 1 भितरे एति पढेबो समेटिव 2 भितरे एति पढेबो तुमको दिया जाउची पर से बहीटा तयारी हेबा पई कोन कोन दरकार होउची ता बैकग्राउंड रे कोन रहउची सेही 6 स्टैंडर्ड पिला ही सेही बही काई पढिबे सेही कोर्स पढिबे काहे कि सेतिरे सेही कोर्स दिया जाउची सेतिरे आउ कोन दिया हे पारथांता these things के अलगा बनौ नांती no doubt some experts are there to mama mobile mate price अच्छी sorry तो आज टीचर हिसाब रे मु कहिबी these books this curriculum are only not made the persons those are sitting in AC room those are designing experts they are in between them some teachers like you are also there हैला सब सेमानकर व्यू निया जाय पेरेंट्स कर व्यू निया जाय स्टूडेंट्स कर व्यू निया जाय but more importantly experienced teachers view is more important even the new teachers manankar भी किछि इन्वॉल्वमेंट सेतिरे रहता so for that how a discipline happen how a discipline गोटे सब्जेक्ट रो सृष्टि केमती होची गोटे सब्जेक्ट रे केमती नॉलेज ता कोन एक्चुअली and how the knowledge are integrated in a discipline how a information became a knowledge how a knowledge togetherly create a discipline so these things a teacher should know because understanding the concept of knowledge can significantly improving the teaching learning process if you will know exactly what the knowledge is what the discipline is and the aim and objectives of the discipline from the discipline what the students should know what they should inculcate the values within themselves through which they can become a productive and a communicable productive and social citizen of the country how this product how these disciplines how this knowledge will help the students to become a well mannered person in the society and a productive and economic person of the society so for this you as a teacher we should know about the concept of knowledge about the discipline of the knowledge that's why understanding the knowledge concept of knowledge significantly improve if you know the process of creating a knowledge process of accumulating a discipline, then only we can greatly implement these things in our teaching learning process, because we are the social engineer. We are creating the society. The members of the society are in our classroom. So from with them, interacting with them, we are going to make a better society. If they will learn better, they will inculcate the values really what we want them to inculcate in their day-to-day life, then only they can be a good citizen. So our responsibility is more, because I have given an example that if I am saying my child ki this is wrong, they are not believing it, because they have strong belief on their teacher. They are saying nai more teacher mo miss eta कहते eta ही thing. That means the impact of teacher in the kids mind, in the students mind, it must bigger than the impact of a parent. So our role is more important, so we have to inculcate these things in our teaching learning process. Educators and learners who have a clear understanding what knowledge is and how it is acquired, then only they can create an effective learning, effective classroom environment. So here's how we understand the concept of knowledge, how it will benefit in our teaching learning process. This is the first unit. We have discussed about the first and second unit of our chapter. Then we are going to discuss about the discipline specific knowledge. ହେଲା, discipline specific knowledge mane can be defined as a set of understanding that are more than broad knowledge of a field. Rather, it is a sort of that is specific discipline. Mean discipline, rahla, specific means language is a discipline, mathematics is a discipline, social science is a discipline, history is a discipline, geography is a, social science is a broader discipline. In between geography, history, economics, political science is a discipline. So discipline specific knowledge in the science is more or less than the discipline specific knowledge in the language or mathematics or social science. So ତା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆମେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଭିତରକୁ ତା ବିଷୟରେ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିବା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ତୁମ ମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ମୁଁ ଦଉଛି, ଯୋଉମାନେ ବୋର ହେଇଯାଇବଣି, ତ ଟିକେ ଆମେ ସେ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ବିଷୟରେ କଥା ହେବା। ମୋ ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ଦିଶୁଛି ପିଲାମାନେ?
Yes, ma'am.
ଏଇଠି ଯେମିତି
Yes, madam.
ଯେମିତି ଜଏନ୍ କରିଥିଲ ସେମିତି menti.com କୁ ଯାଅ, ସେଇଠି ସେଇ କୋଡଟା ଲେଖିବ 32808401।
ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ଆଉ ଥରେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ।
3280 3280 8401 ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ରେ ବି ଦିଶୁଛି। ଆଉ ଥରେ କହିଦଉଛି, menti.com କୁ ଯିବ, ସେଠି କୋଡ ଟାଇପ କରିବ 32808401।
यस मैम आसिला।
ହଁ ଆସିକି ଜଏନ୍ କର, ଜଏନ୍ କରିକି
ମ୍ୟାମ ଆଉ ଥରେ କୋଟା ଟିକେ ଖାଲି କୁହନ୍ତୁ। 3008
ନା 3280
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
8401 32808401। ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କେହି ବି ଜଏନ୍ ହେଇନ?
More ma'am, the code is found on the screen in front of you. ଘୁରୁଛି ହଉନି।
ହଁ ଦିଦି ମୋର ଜଏନ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି।
मैम जॉइन ହେଇଛି।
ୱାଓ, ହଁ ଜଣେ ପିଲା ମାତ୍ର ଜଏନ୍ ହେଇଛି। ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ଲେଖ। ବିଷ୍ଣୁ,
82808401 ଏତେ ହଉନି କାହିଁକି?
ବ୍ୟାକଅପ୍ କରିକି ତାପରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବ।
ତମେ ଗୁଗଲ ଯିବ, ଗୁଗଲ ରେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜଏନ୍ ସ୍କ୍ରିନରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇନି join@menti.com, ଗୁଗଲ ରେ menti.com ଲେଖିବ। ଲେଖିଲା ପରେ ସେଇଠିକି ପାସ୍ ଜାଗାରେ କ୍ଲିକ୍ କରିବ। କ୍ଲିକ୍ କଲା ପରେ ସେ ଗୋଟେ କୋଡ୍ ମାଗିବ। ସେଇ କୋଡ୍ ରେ ଏଇ କୋଡ୍ ଟା ଲେଖିବ। ଲେଖିଲା ପରେ ତିନୋଟି ଜିନିଷ ତମକୁ ରେ କିଏ ସିଏ
ଦିଦି
ବହି
ଆସୁଛି ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ଟାଇପିକାଲି କଭର୍ଡ ଇନ୍ ପ୍ରାଇମେରୀ and secondary school education।
ହଁ, ପ୍ରାଇମେରୀ ସେକେଣ୍ଡାରୀ ସ୍କୁଲରେ କୋଉ କୋଉ ପାଠ ପଢା ଯାଉଛି? ଡିଡକ୍ଟିଭ ଇଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟିଭ ପାଠ ପଢା ଯାଉଛି। କିଏ ଲେଖିଲା ଡିଡକ୍ଟିଭ ଇଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟିଭ? ମ୍ୟାଥ ପଢା ହଉଛି, ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢା ହଉଛି, ସାଇନ୍ସ ପଢା ହଉଛି, ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ପଢା ହଉଛି, ସଂସ୍କୃତ, ହିନ୍ଦୀ ପଢା ହଉଛି। ଡିଡକ୍ଟିଭ ଇଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟିଭ ଗୋଟେ ମେଥଡ ନା ଗୋଟେ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ?
ମେଥଡ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ମେଥଡ ପଢିଲଣି ଲାଷ୍ଟକୁ ତମକୁ ବିଏଡ୍ ରେ ଆମେ ଇଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟିଭ ଡିଡକ୍ଟିଭ ପଢେଇବୁ ନା ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଇଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟିଭ ଡିଡକ୍ଟିଭ ପଢେଇବୁ? ଆଚ୍ଛା, ମାତ୍ର 18 ଜଣ, 20 ଜଣ, 21 ଜଣ। Till now 21 participants, student teachers have responded this. Those letters are big in size. That means many of you have written mathematics, science, English, math. Those are small in the size. That means one respond. Only some people, some students have given response to that only. That's why they have small in. They are in the periphery zone. The words which are science. Most of these students have given response to science, math, English. So anyhow, this is not so important question. It's very easy question. Only to make that you are alive in my classroom and listening me. That's why I have given you this activity. বুঝি পারলা?
Yes ma'am।
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you. तो एबे हमें हम पीपीटी की पीपीटी रे से कौन कहिला तो डिसिप्लिन हियर यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड सब्जेक्ट्स आर आमे जो सब्जेक्ट कहचे हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी, इकोनॉमिक्स हैला, साइंस हैला, मैथ हैला, दीज आर डिसिप्लिन्स हैला। These disciplines are made from the knowledges and we collected the knowledges from different sources and these sources are the collection of many informations and data. So major disciplines which we are having in our school days but in schools are science, social science, mathematics and language. These four are major disciplines. In these disciplines, how we are acquiring knowledge? आमे साइंस रे केमती knowledge gain करूचु by critically observing the natural phenomena, by developing inquiry and observable phenomena. Observe when we are teaching students about the leaves, different types of leaves. We should not teach them through the pictures in the science book or we are just giving them the abstract thinking asking questions. Rather we should give them the direct experiences like the collect the leaves from your periphery, like we will get different types of leaves. जो बड़ गोटे डाल रे पत्र थिबो मेनी माने कोन यौगिक पत्र, मौलिक पत्र हैला, पत्रर स्ट्रक्चर को पत्र, आंब पत्र गोटे रे गोटे गोटे आंब पत्र एई भले चाकुंडा पत्र, different types of leaves they will collect and by observing the natural phenomena they will process, they will acquire the knowledge. What they observe, they are inquiring from that observable phenomena and they are describing or writing it, or they are explaining it. From that also they are acquiring knowledge by establishing, linking and correlating the scientific ideas what is already happening is physically. They also, through this also they are acquiring knowledge, engaging themselves in scientific experiment in the classroom, natural and scientific exploration of the facts and ideas, validating the result of scientific inquiry. Actually se jaha ହେଲା ସେଟା ତ ବହିରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ବା some other sources from the library books, they are validating their experiment what they have already acquired the knowledge, developing the scientific thinking and ability to make the abstract concept and ideas. huh? Then in social science रे कौन करा जाए, how we are gathering or acquiring knowledge in social science by observing the social phenomena. Social phenomena माने marriage, मेला, ହେଲା मेला, many things, ପୂଜା, ମନ୍ଦିର, ଦୁର୍ଗା ପୂଜା, ଦଶହରା, ଦୀପାବଳି, ତ these are the some social phenomena, ବ୍ରତଘର, ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ବି ପିଲାମାନେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି. From that they are social happenings, norms of the society, interpersonal relationship, how we are giving respect to the elders, the work of the family members, କିଏ କ'ଣ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ତ କାର ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷକୁ ଦେଖିକି they are changes in the dynamic of the society, nuclear family, joint family, what is the difference between the joint family, nuclear family, ଏ ସବୁ ଗୁଡ଼ିକୁ ଦେଖିକି ପିଲାମାନେ ଶିଖୁଛନ୍ତି. Then engaging in social inquiry like survey, socio-economic survey କରିବା, by giving project work them to collect the literary data of 5 families of nearby your home by your neighbor. 5ଟା ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିରେ କିଏ କ'ଣ ପାଠ ପଢିଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟା କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିବା, କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିକି from that they will get the literacy rate, ସେଇ 5ଟା ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିର literacy. ଟିକେ ହୋଲ୍ଡ, ଟିକେ ଗୋଟେ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ, ସରି ଫର ଡିଷ୍ଟରବାନ୍ସ. So from that also by exploring, by inquiring, by survey, they will learn about the social science, understanding social, cultural and economic diversities of the society, understanding individuals' rights and duties. From political science, what would be our rights and what are our duties to perform to make a green dhara swachhata. If we are talking about swachhata, जे मोर राइट अच्छे, आई शुड बी इन द in a clean air, a pollution free environment, this is my right. But to that right, what are my duties to make my environment pollution free environment, my duties, what should be the my duties, these things also understanding changing regions. From this also we are getting by acquiring knowledge. In mathematics, how we are getting processing our knowledge by connecting mathematical principles in the day to day life. Many students are not going to the schools, before that they are able to buy or they can go to the market nearby, the dokan jaiki setu kina kini करके पैसा ठीक से कलेक्ट करके फेरुचंती. But when you are giving a sum at a story sum that you have taken 50 rupees and you buy 5 chocolates, each having 2 rupees, then how much money the the person will return to you, they cannot say. But if they will go to the shop and conversation with the shop, after conversation with the shopkeeper buying the things, they are coming back with the exact amount. But when we are giving them in the sum, in the copy or in the math book, they are not able to do that. Where it is the lacuna is that we are not connecting, giving the examples from their day-to-day life, that daily experience who we are not involving. So through connecting mathematical problems with their daily life, children are acquiring knowledge, making children think rationally and do think inductively or deductively, developing logical reasoning, make the children solve the mathematical problems, developing skills of analyzing and synthesizing the mathematical problems. Then how language, when children able to communicate themselves in different situations, through this, when we are communicating, we are saying and repeatedly, when in our homes, nowadays in our home, nobody is there, nobody has time to listen the kids, the students, nobody has the time, because all are busy. Mother is a working, father is a working, grandmother also working, grandfather also working. If it is a joint family, all are working. If it's a nuclear family, it is very hilarious condition. Father, mother both are working. When all are coming to home after having a hectic office or school work, when the student, when the child is going to describe what really she has done the whole day in the school, but the father and his mother had no time to listen him, through this they are really going back, have, instead of having good communication skills, because we are saying, hey Rora, now my head is healing, I am having headache now, stop now, you say some other time. So in this way we are stop the child's communication skills. So this is the small example, like this nowadays we are doing all these things. So for that we are giving them separate classes, how to improve communication class. The student is given a tuition for more better communication class, but when your child is saying something in the home, you don't have any time to listen, or you don't have the time to communicate with him. So this is the nowadays the situation, but really this process making the children communicate will help to acquire knowledge, developing the skill of listening, speaking, reading and writing is the most important skills which everybody has to develop. Understanding and reflecting on literature, we are just writing what exactly in the book, but understanding, reading the passage, understanding in your understanding, internalizing the thing in own way and representing by in your own words is more it is more valuable than only giving the dictation from from the book to the copy. Instead of doing that, understand the thing and write in on where is the most appropriate thing to learning, acquiring knowledge, appreciating literature and engaging in creating literature, linking similar features and also developing metacognitive skills are the various ways of developing knowledge. So interrelationship between and among disciplines, interrelationship in social science, when we are talking about in within the social science, if we are talking social science, these four subjects are most important part of social science: history, geography, economics and political science. When we are studying political science of any area, or when we are studying geography, history of an area, we are studying the then economic condition of that period, we are studying the then political situations of that period, we are studying the geographical features or conditions, the climatic conditions of that period, how these things happen, how they these things we are studying. When we are studying economics, then only we are studying the history of ଯେ କେତେ ବର୍ଷ ହେଲା ସେଠି ଏଇ ଇନକମ୍ ଆସୁଛି, କେତେ ବର୍ଷ ହେଲା ଏଇ ରାଜ୍ୟ ଝୋଟ କଲ୍ଟିଭେସନ ରେ ଆଗରେ ଅଛି. So these things we are analyzing. So, geographical conditions, political things, how the education system of a particular state is influencing due to political issues. So these are the relationship when we are studying a particular subject in social science like history or geography. we are also giving example the students or giving idea about other disciplines of the social science. This is called the interrelationship of social science within the social science subjects. Then interrelationships of social science among other disciplines. When I am talking about the geography and teaching about the slope analysis, when our slope analysis means when we are talking about the earthquake, there also we need the mathematical calculation, we need the physical estimations. That when we are physical doing a physical estimations, that time we are talking about science. when we are doing mathematical calculation जे केते डिग्री रे हला को मात्रा रे हला ए डिग्री रे एपिसेंटर जदी एतिकी हला तार केते एरिया फोकस एरिया केते रहइबो. when we are talking about this, here we are talking about physics and also mathematics. So this way, when we are talking about the language, about the happening of the earthquake, we are using certain technical terms relating to earthquake. This is called language. So we are depending on the language. This way, when we are talking about a specific topic, specific subject, other subjects are coming describing or understanding a subject critically, then other subject unknowingly comes and we have to discuss about in a detailed way. This is the called the interrelationship between and among the relationship. Likewise, you have already काली तुम्हें माने विषय डिस्कशन करथिबो. You have a paper on language across the curriculum, in which here you can see this from this diagram that how language uh, language also interconnected with other subjects, because history, the historical term is different from physical science, physical education, different from language terms, different from geography. But if we will not having the nowadays in our government, you must have idea about Nipun Bharat, in which foundational literacy and numeracy is the mission, is the primary mission of the Indian government about the the students to enhance the language and mathematical skill of the students of up to class 3. So because it is found that if the students are able to write, speak fluently, write or read and speak language clearly, fluently, then he can or she can understand other subject very well. So language is the only way to make other subject. If the students will able to understand the language, then the story sum is easy for the students. He can break down the story sum, he can analyze the things deductively or inductively and calculate the mathematical problems. So language learning is the most important part of everybody's. If you will not, if you will read the paragraph constantly fluently but not getting comprehend, but not comprehending the paragraph, then we cannot understand the things and we cannot capable to make others to understand the things. So we have to, language has major impact. So all the teachers, those are going to be a teacher, my request is to them, they always use simple words, simple sentences, simple language, which is very much helpful for your students to understand what exactly you are saying. Then pedagogical demands of disciplinary knowledge. Teacher education is one of the specialized areas to study in the discipline of the education. The major concern of the teacher education is to prepare a quality teachers for the school education. So, for a quality teacher production, it is the responsibility of the teacher education institutions to prepare their students in the way they become a quality or human teacher. As per National Curriculum Framework Teacher Education 2009, it has the major aim that prepare a teacher who become a human teacher. Human teacher means that teacher must be have certain human qualities through which he can inculcate the values of humanity among his students or her students. So for that quality teachers is only the disciplinary knowledge is not sufficient. The values the pedagogical knowledge should also be known to the students, then become they can be a good teacher. Among these factors, understanding disciplinary knowledge, pedagogical practices to transact that discipline. Yes, we know the knowledge. Many times, many qualified teachers the qualified or frontline teachers. Those have more qualification or excellent teachers somehow are not capable having a effective classroom, because if you have the content clarity but you are not ready to transact that content in a proper way, then your students will not understand the things, then you will not be a good teacher. So always saying, if your students are not getting you, that means your student not have the problem is in you, because you are not the teaching the way the students are understanding you, but you are teaching the way you understand the concept. ତୁମେ ଯୋଉ କନସେପ୍ଟଟାକୁ ଯେମିତି ବୁଝିଛ ତୁମେ ତମ ପିଲାକୁ ସେମିତି ବୁଝଉଛ, କିନ୍ତୁ ତମ ପିଲା ଯେମିତି ହିସାବରେ ବୁଝିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ତୁମେ ସେମିତି ବୁଝଉନ. So that is the main reason. If your students are not getting you, the problem is not your student, problem is within me, and I should have the action research, I should have the research within myself by internalize things. Why my students are not getting me, what is the problem, should I change the way of teaching, should I change the method of teaching, should I use different types of teaching learning materials. So there is the reflections on the mind of the teacher, how he can become more effective in front of the students. So pedagogical knowledge is most important with the disciplinary knowledge. Disciplinary knowledge and pedagogy knowledge are not different. These two things are two separate sides of a same coins. Without proper pedagogical knowledge, you cannot transact the discipline in the classroom. If you have not command over your discipline, so you cannot execute your classroom in the proper way without having the content knowledge. The teacher needs to understand both disciplinary knowledge as well as innovative knowledge practices. So here are some examples or pedagogical approaches and their implications for teaching learning. So these things I have quoted from the book only. As we know, we have the various psychologists, behavioristic psychologists, and cognitive psychologists, and social and early constructivist. So behavioristic sciences, the pioneers or exponents of the behavioristic psychologists are Pavlov, Thorndike, Watson, and Skinner. Their concept is that behavior can be researched scientifically without studying inner mental states. Behavior can be researched scientifically without mental states. Scientifically माने पिलार कॉग्निटिव लेवल ले कोन चलीची न है कि ताकू आमे गोटे स्टिमुलस देबा, ताकू गोटे माने परिस्थिति रे पकेबा, आउ से परिस्थिति रे से केमते व्यवहार करूची ताकू नै कि आमे रिसर्च करि परिबा. सेज के बिहेवियरिस्टिक माने एमते गोचंती. So how they are implementing it in the teaching learning process? By emphasizing on producing observable or measurable outcomes in students, pre-assessment करूचंती, emphasizing mastering on each step. गोटे पाठ जो मास्टर मिनिमम लेवल्स ऑफ लर्निंग कथा हेती हमें आसीबो 1992 रे जोटा हेतिला जे एई विषय रे प्रथम श्रेणी रे पिला एटा सिखबा दरकार, जे पर्यंत एटा सिखि सारिनी से नेक्स्ट कांसेप्ट को जीवनी. सो बिहेवियरिस्टिक माने कहउतिले जे पर्यंत से प्रथम कांसेप्ट न सिखिछि ही कैन नॉट गो टू द हायर ऑर्डर. सो से ताकू स्टेप बाय स्टेप एम्फासिस ऑन मास्टरिंग ऑन द कांसेप्ट. And use of reinforcement is the more impact when you are giving. जेमति कि ताकर स्टडी रे जेमति से खाइला बोली ताकू जते बे घंटी बाजुची माने से जानला मो पई खाद्य आछि तो थति पई तार लाळ पड़िला जहाँ भी है तो this is the way reinforcement, this is called reinforcement. If you are giving excellent, you are doing well, appreciation जेते बुढ़ा लोक हो जाओ बयस लोक हो जाओ आमे भी आज का डेट रे भी जदी आमे किछ गोटे काम करछे जदियो भाबुचे टिके भूल हो जाय बट if somebody is saying yes you have did excellent work because of you all these things happened, I am proud of you, you are in the cloud nine. Very much happy because appreciation always makes human being so happy. So that should also be included in our teaching learning process. Then when cognitivist mane kon कहउचंती से माने कहउचंती theories focus on how information is received, how it is organized, how it is stored and retrieved in the mind. It assumes that human brain is hardware to perform complex cognitive tasks and through this they are learning. तो सेमाने कौन कहउचंती तो when human mind really they are retrieving, storing, they are manipulating, they are talking, they are internalizing these things, mental functioning happening. So there should be certain scope given to students where their mind should be active, involved in the process. Use of hierarchical analysis to identify and illustrate prerequisite relationships. Emphasis on structuring, organized, sequencing information. Emphasizing, structuring and sequencing the information. Serially सेगुडी को सेमाने पढ़िबे. Creation of the learning environment. From the environment सेमाने निजे पढ़िथिबा जिनिस को तांको environment सहित कनेक्ट करिके आउ गोटे कोन करिवे make connections previously जहाँ को पढ़िथिले, then they will discover new learning. So this is called what cognitivist saying how learning can be used according to their psychological point of view. Then social cognitivist जोटा कि major जिनस nowadays we are mostly using social cognitivist जो कहउचंती कि children are learning from a group if they are putting in a social environment and they are given time to talk with each other, discuss with each other and communicate with each other. By this they learn more the things. They are more influenced by their peers, by their society. So developing a classroom discourse around the concept using children's own experiences. First they said कि when we are starting a concept we should come to the known to unknown. We should first discuss the topic which is known to the students, then continuous sequentially we go known to unknown. This will help them to create new knowledge. So we should create some situations in front of the students, we should put some problems in front of the students, they will solve the problem and they will continuously go solving the problem. Through this they will create new knowledge. So this is about the constructivist, what they are saying how knowledge can be acquired when students are exposed to their social aspects. Then disciplinary knowledge, as we are say disciplinary knowledge कौन, pedagogical knowledge कौन. Disciplinary knowledge is about the knowledge relating to the discipline only. Pedagogical knowledge means the way, the method or strategies through which we are going to deliver the discipline to the students. This is called pedagogical approach. Mo habuchi clear? Disciplinary माने the subject matter रे कौन पढ़ा हवा दरकार. This is called disciplinary knowledge. से discipline subject matter टाकू केमिति को हिसाब रे को समय रे group work रे pair work रे किंबा individual work रे reading रे किंबा को project work माध्यम रे कि assignment माध्यम रे बा quiz माध्यम रे कि lesson note माध्यम रे केमिति पढ़ेबो, story telling वे रे पढ़ेबो कि ड्रामाटाइजेशन मेथड रे पढ़ेबो, केमिति पढ़ेबो से कांसेप्ट टाकू. दिस इज कॉल्ड पेडागोजिकल अप्रोच. तो सोशल साइंस रे आमे मुख्यतः डिसिप्लिनरी जिंस गुडी कोन रहिछि, सिटीजनशिप एजुकेशन, सोशियो पॉलिटिकल इंक्वायरी करिवे, सोशल क्रिटिसिज्म, एथिकल डिसीजन मेकिंग, सोशल डायनामिज्म, मोबिलिटी, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, कल्चर ऑफ ए particular area, local, national, and global, about the people, about the place, about the environment, development of the individual development, individual groups, institution, power, authority, governance, production, distribution, civic ideas and practices. These are the some general disciplines of knowledge of social science. These can be taught through reflective notes, experiences, observing various social and political situations, case study analysis, field visited to the social, historical, and political places, classroom debate on the various topics relating to history, relating to economics topic, relating to our political topic. Then peer and group interaction, individual and group projects and assignments, use of portfolios and maintenance of rubrics for assessment. These things are the ways through which we can teach the disciplines of social science to the student in the classroom. Likewise, in the science, the disciplinary things are the scientific literacy, sources in outside school, matters in the surrounding, atoms, molecules. These are the subjects which in life processes, metals, non-metals, acid and chemical reactions. These are the topics of science. This can be taught the students in through scientific inquiry method, observation and discovery experiment, engagement in the scientific discourse, contest, project method କରିପାରିବା, ସାଇନ୍ସ ଏକ୍ଜିବିସନ୍ ଥ୍ରୁରେ ପଢ଼େଇ ପାରିବା, ପ୍ରିୟନ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଗ୍ରୁପ୍ ୱାର୍କ ଆମେ କରିପାରିବା, ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ୍ କୁଇଜ୍ ୱାର୍କସପ୍ କରିପାରିବା, visiting science lab, experiment in the science lab. These are the pedagogical approaches through which we can teach science topics. Then in school, language re what we are doing, language re we are differentiate school and home language, how they will vocabulary, how they will develop vocabulary school, vocabulary skill, how they will develop their communicative skill, speaking, listening and writing skill, and creative writing, how they will develop creating writing. So ei sabu jinsa ko padhiba pai ame we will use communicative approach, narrative storytelling approach, prayer and group discussion, recitation, loud reading, using like mane finding out the gap between the language usage, जे home and school language ଭିତରେ କଣ differences ଅଛି. In previously it was said that in English class there should be a single language, no bilingual, but nowadays it is said in every, even the mother tongue language, when ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପଢୁଛି, if required we are going to teach the students in the ଯୋଉମାନେ ସାନ୍ତାଳୀ ଅଛନ୍ତି କି ଟ୍ରାଇବାଲ ଅଛନ୍ତି କି ଅଦର ପାର୍ଟ ଅଫ ଦି ଆମର ଷ୍ଟେଟରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପଢଉଛେ, ତାଙ୍କ ସେମିତି ଯେମିତି କି ତାଙ୍କ ଭାଷା, ଯେମିତି ଆମେ ବିଲାତି କହିଦଉଛେ, ବହିରେ ବିଲାତି ବା ଟମାଟୋ ଲେଖା ହଉଛି, ବଟ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ସେଇଂ ଟମାଟି କି ପାତଲ ଘଣ୍ଟା. So sometimes we have to use that bilingual skill to teach the students. If we will not bilingual, then se chua odia English to bujhiya durar katha, odia hi bujhi paribo na. Bujhi parlo ye kon kahuche ki
ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ପିୟର ଗ୍ରୁପ ମାନେ କଣ?
କଣ
ପିୟର ଗ୍ରୁପ ମାନେ କଣ? ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ପିୟର ଗ୍ରୁପ
ସେ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଶୁଣାଉନି କି, କହିଦବ କି ସୁରେଶ ସାର୍?
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ, ସେ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି ପିଓର ଗ୍ରୁପ
ପିୟର ଗ୍ରୁପ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି, ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା, ପିୟର ଗ୍ରୁପ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ହଉଛି ଟିଚର, ଦେଖ ତୁମେ ଯାହା କହୁଛ ମୁଁ ଶୁଣି ପାରୁନି, ତୁମର ପିୟର means the students of your own class is called peer group, ହେଲା? ତୁମ ସାଙ୍ଗ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ friends କହୁଛେ, but in technical language, in education we are calling your friends, those are studying in your same class is called as a peer group. ବୁଝି ପାରିଲ? ସାଥୀ, ପାଠ ପଢା ସାଥୀକୁ ପିୟର ବୋଲି କୁହାଯାଏ. थैंक यू. ହେଲା, ତ ଏଇଠି ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦେଇ ସାରିଲି. ଦେନ୍ छड़ा हिस्ट्री आमे माने जे लेखिले स्कूल रे मेजर डिसिप्लिन गुडी को बा सब्जेक्ट्स गुडी को कोन समस्त प्राय लेखिलो मैथमेटिक्स साइंस सोशल साइंस ईवीएस इंग्लिश संस्कृत ओडिया ए सब लेखिलो संस्कृत ओडिया ए सब लैंग्वेज रे आछि ता छड़ा आमे आउ कोन कोन पढौचु पिलांकर अदर डेवलपमेंट पई आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट पढौचु वर्क एजुकेशन पढौचु आजिकल स्पीच एजुकेशन ऊपर बहुत स्ट्रेस होची